Mind if I sit here and watch the plaza with you, Mr. Dillon?
Hmm? Oh, sure. Sit down, Chester. Sit down.
I got spring fever, I guess.
Yeah, I guess everybody has it.
That'll change soon enough.
It will?
Sure. As soon as the first trail herd hits Dodge.
Yeah, I suppose.
Them Texas cowboys. Mr. Dillon, they all ought to be hobbled and have one arm tied behind their back all the time they're here.
No, I don't know, Chester.
They're just troublemakers, sir. They're bad enough at home, but they're worse away from it.
Well, there are plenty of bad men who never saw Texas.
Yes, and there are darn few Texans who ain't bad.
Where'd you say you're from, Chester?
Well, Waco. But that don't change my opinion one bit, Mr. Dillon. In fact, it just proves I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, here comes a Texan now, Chester. Look at his rig.
Yes, sir, it sure is. Now, what's he doing here?
Yeah, looking for somebody to shoot, according to you. Do you know him?
No, sir, I don't. But then most everybody I knew in Texas has been hung by now.
I'm looking for the U.S. Marshal. You're wearing a star, so maybe you're him.
Sit down, stranger.
You Matt Dillon?
That's my name.
All right. I'm Phil Jacks. I'm with a herd of 3,000 San Saba cattle about 5 days' drive from here. The name of the trail boss is Dolph Quince.
Dolph Quince? Well, he was up here last year. Give him my regards, will you?
You give them to him, Marshal.
Well, I'll be glad to. He'll be here in about 5 days, you say?
He will if we don't run into any more trouble. He said for you to ride back with me, Marshal.
No? What did he say? Why?
Well, didn't say nothing except for me to ride into Dodge and find you.
Well, can you tell me what this is all about?
It's about Kansas, Marshal.
Kansas?
We don't like it.
Well, for heaven's sake, if you don't like it, why don't you stay in Texas? Instead of coming up here raising all kinds of trouble, getting people's backs up, drinking, shooting, carrying
I haven't
on.
even said hello to you, mister.
Oh, I know it, and let's leave it that way.
Chester, what's got into you, anyway?
It's been mighty peaceful around here lately, sir. Now the first Texas herd ain't even over the horizon, and already there's trouble. Why don't you people drive your old mossy horned steers to California, anyway?
Why'd you leave Texas, mister?
What?
I know a Texan when I see one. You all riled up because you don't like Kansas anybody else does.
Yes, and I don't like Texas, neither.
Texas is sure rough on women and dogs, ain't it?
My gracious, I ain't heard that since I was a boy. All right, you got me pegged. I'll shut up.
Oh, now we're getting someplace.
You ready to go, Marshal?
Well, Dolph Quince is a good man. He wouldn't have sent you here without a reason.
Yeah, but Mr. Dillon, you can't go
Chester,
facing
suppose you take Jacks over to the Dodge House for a good feed, huh? Looks like he could use it. I'll get ready and I'll meet you there in about an hour, huh?
Yes, sir, but what about me?
Well, like you say, there won't be any trouble till the Texans arrive. I'd like for you to stay here anyway.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon. Come on, Jacks. It's just down the street.
Oh, don't shoot him, Chester. I'll never find that herd alone.
I ain't to buy him a drink first, Marshal, and just temper him down a little.
Now, say, that's not a bad idea at all. Take your pick, Mr. Jacks. We have a goodly number of very choice saloons here in Dodge.
I hadn't been out on the prairie for some weeks, and I found its usual monotony broken a little by the freshness of spring, with great patches of green standing out against the natural sunburned color of last year's grass. We rode over about 30 miles of it before dark, and Jacks figured we'd find the San Saba herd by evening the next day. And sure enough, an hour or two after we'd crossed the Cimarron next afternoon, we spotted the herd's dust ahead of us. We rode up to the chuck wagon just as the cook was hollering for the men to come and get it.
Just drop your saddle anywheres, Marshal. I'll turn your horse in with a remuda.
Yeah, all right, thanks, Jack.
Dolph Quince will be over there by the fire somewhere.
Yeah, I'll find him. What's he doing? I don't know. I can't understand it. Hello, Dolph.
How are you, Marshal? There's fresh meat in camp. Ask the cook for a plate.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I need some more coffee. You like buffalo veal? One of the boys roped and shot a calf this morning.
Sure, I like it fine.
Guess it was buffalo that scared our horses last night. Old remuda broke loose. Hey, cook, give this man a plate of meat.
Sure thing, Doc.
Yeah, it looks mighty good. You know, Jackson and I haven't eaten since morning.
Give me some coffee, will you?
Yep.
Thanks, cook. Nesta woman came to the bed ground before daylight this morning.
Oh?
Yeah, I had a boy with her driving a wagon. Asked if we had any little calves that had been dropped during the night.
Well, she probably picks up calves from all the herds that pass this way, huh?
And we'd have to get rid of them anyway, so I let her have them. Even if she was a Kansan.
Oh? Where was her husband?
Dead, according to the boy.
Oh, I see.
You know, if there'd been a Kansas man asked for calves, I don't think I could have talked these boys into allowing it.
Oh, is that so?
It sure is, Marshal. Say, you got any tobacco? Mine's a mite dry.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh. There you are. Here. Fix yourself a smoke.
Thanks, Marshal.
Tell me, Dolph, have you seen any Kansas Jayhawkers on the way up?
How do you know, Marshal?
Well, just a guess.
2 nights ago, some of them Jayhawkers managed to sneak up on Snyder over there when he was out on guard. They stripped him and flogged him and then stampeded the cattle. We had our hands full for the next few hours, or we might have caught up with them.
I see. Any trouble since?
Not yet.
Dolph, the ordinary Kansan hates Jayhawkers as much as you do. They're nothing but shifty, murderous criminals. They got started on the Missouri border during the war, and they got the taste of blood in their mouths, and, well, now it's like they got no place to go.
We can show them a place.
Well, they're bandits, that's all. You got bandits in Texas. That doesn't make every Texan one, does it?
It's kind of hard to make the men see that, Marshal.
Yeah, I know.
I'll join you, if you don't mind.
Sit down, Jack.
Yeah.
I've been complaining to the Marshal about our welcome here.
I hear the trail drivers buying off Jayhawkers, $2 or $3 a head. Let's see, 3,000 head, that cost us...
I ain't paying nobody nothing.
Well, they ain't asked us yet, but I'll kill the first one I see anyway.
Maybe they won't bother you again, huh?
Marshal, every dollar I got's in these cattle and all the money my relatives and friends could raise, too. We've come a long way from San Saba, and we're almost to Dodge. I'd hate to lose now.
Well, Dolph, I don't know quite what I can do.
Raise a posse?
No, not for this sort of work. There'll be herds coming up from now into September.
What about the Army?
Well, they're out chasing the Indians, as usual.
Well, figured that had to ask anyways.
One reason I wanted you to come down here was to ride with us a few days, get to know the boys a little. They're in a bad temper, and when they hit Dodge, they're going to be looking for Kansas scalps.
I'll ride with you.
I figured you would. You see, Marshal, the way we look at it, the good citizens of Dodge are out to fleece us anyway, and on top of that, they hire gunfighters to shoot us as soon as we kick up our heels a little. All in all, it makes for bad feeling.
Well, there's some misunderstanding on both sides, I guess.
Yeah, you and I know that. But they don't.
Oh, say, Dolph, I nearly forgot.
What?
A stranger rode up the remuda over there and asked for a job. I told him to eat first.
Must be crazy. Where is he?
I'll go get it.
Dolph, I'd like to stand guard tonight, huh?
No need for that.
Well, if I'm riding with you, I'll do my share of the work.
All right. You go out with the second watch. The Wrangler will give you a night horse.
Thanks.
Here he is, Dolph. This here's Dolph Quince, trail boss.
Mr. Quince.
Quince will do.
Well, my name's Studer. Carl Studer.
You lost?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, do you know we're only 4 days' drive out of Dodge?
I was wondering if you could use a hand.
For 4 days?
That'd help.
You must be awful hungry.
I thought maybe you'd be driving past Dodge.
Well, I'm not. We'll feed you from here to Dodge if you work. I won't pay you anything, though. I haven't got the money, and I don't need a hand anyway.
Thank you.
Hey, by the way, where are you from?
Colorado?
And you ain't a Kansas.
No.
Good. Maybe the boys won't tear you apart. You'll be on the third watch tonight, Studer.
All right.
There's the sort of man spends his whole miserable life just looking for salt pork and sundown.
Yeah. If that's all he's looking for.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's just an old habit of mine, Dolph. I wouldn't still be alive if I trusted everybody on first sight.
You don't trust this fella?
No, he's probably all right. But still, I'd keep him in camp, unless it's daylight.
How come?
I wouldn't put him on night guard, Dolph.
All right. Marshal, I always thought I led a hard life. Till now, I think you beat me.
Well, I got shot at more than you, that's all.
Maybe that's it. You better stretch out somewhere. You'll be out singing to those cow brutes in 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you later, Dolph.
Breakfast at 4. You'll find it don't take long to stay all night at this ranch.
We will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, right now, our country is engaged in an all-out effort to fight aggression and preserve our democratic freedom. The future of America concerns us all. That's why we should all help to make that future as bright as possible. By buying United States savings bonds, you can help make American freedom secure, and at the same time, you'll be automatically saving for your own financial security. Buy an extra bond for your future and Uncle Sam's. Now the second act of Gunsmoke.
I didn't have much chance that night to get to know the boys. On guard, 2 of us rode around the herd in opposite directions, singing or humming a little to let the cattle know where we were. And after 2 hours, we were relieved by the third watch. But at breakfast the next morning, the men treated me a little less like a gunfighter hired to shoot them when they got to Dodge. After the cattle had grazed for a few miles and we got them on the trail, I started to forget I was a lawman myself. Jax and I were right in the swing of the herd when Dolph Quince loped up behind us.
Hey, how's it feel to be a trail hand, Marshal?
There's nothing to it. If I could sleep all winter like you do.
When would you spend your money?
I already offered to trade jobs with the Marshal. Dolph, you know where I found him in Dodge.
Hanging a horse thief, I hope.
Yeah, not likely. Sitting idle in a chair, taking in the sun like an old man.
Don't let it fool you, Jax. I've seen him move. Hey, you two crossed the Cimarron yesterday. What's it like?
Oh, the water's gone down. You won't have any trouble.
I was also thinking about the sand.
It was sound where we was, Dolph.
Then we'll cross right there. You go up ahead and ride point, Jacks. Lead us to it. Take that new fella Studer with you.
I don't need him.
I want him up front where I can see him.
Okay. Hit him off.
First crossing I tried last year had a quicksand bottom. It would bog a saddle blanket.
Nah. Did you lose many cattle?
30 head. Couldn't even dig their tails out.
Yeah. You know, Dolph, I sometimes wonder if it's worth it to you, driving cattle up here.
Texas is bankrupt, Marshal. The war broke us. All we got is these wild longhorn cattle.
Yeah, I know. But maybe there'll be an easier way someday.
We'd starve waiting for the railroad.
I suppose so. Anyway, this San Saba herd of yours is the first to reach Dodge this year. The prices are high. You ought to profit $20 a head.
I hope so. What's Dodge like now? Been a year since I was there.
Well, it's double its size. They got a new restaurant, a place called Delmonico's. Got about 5 new saloons.
Well,
A new barber shop.
with money in your pocket, Dodge could offer high-class entertainment.
Almost anything you want.
The boys will be glad to know.
Hey, it's up ahead. Come on, hurry!
Look, we got a blanket. He's starting to stampede.
Yeah. Is that Jack's horse running loose?
Yeah. There's Jack's lying on the ground. They shot him, Marshal.
Yeah. The man with the blanket, that's Studer. I'm going after him, Dolph. You take care of Jack's.
There go the cattle. Head off. Get him, Marshal. Get him alive.
I'll get him. As I followed Studer, a few shots whipped past my head, but they didn't come from him. They came from behind a small rise he was headed for. Whoever was shooting was still too far away from me to worry about. I wanted to take care of Studer first. And slowly the distance between us closed. I pulled my rifle out of the boot and I snapped one off at him. He threw up his hands and pitched forward out of the saddle. I glanced at him as I rode past and crossed him off as one Jayhawker less. When I reached the rise, I jumped off my horse and ran up it on foot. Near the top, I got down and I crawled. When I poked my head over, there was only one man in sight. The other Jayhawkers, if there had been any, had disappeared. This one was afoot, and he was running for his horse. I took my time and put a shot into the cantle of his saddle, and the horse bolted. The man dropped behind a rock and lay there. He was only half covered, so I stood up. And a step at a time started toward him down the hill.
That's far enough, mister. Go on back. You're in pistol range now. Stand right there, you.
All right, fella. Put down and come forward.
All I want's a horse, and I'll get out of here. We won't bother you no more.
You sure won't.
Just let me on a horse.
Now listen to me. I'm a United States Marshal. You give up and I promise there'll be no lynching. You'll get a fair trial.
No.
If you don't give up, you're going to die. Right where you are.
Let me go, I'm warning you.
I'm coming after you. You just had to try it, didn't you?
leave a bloody trail, Marshal.
Yeah.
I brought Snyder with me. After the whipping they gave him the other night, I figured he deserved to be in on this.
Guess I'm too late. Looks like the marshal's done taking care of everybody.
Be glad you don't have to kill a man, son.
I don't think I'd mind, Marshal.
Yeah, I know. Tell me, Dolph, how's Jax?
Dead.
No.
Studer shot him in the back of the head.
He was a good man.
The boys have got the lead cattle turned. We'll let them mill around for an hour and then graze them out.
Good. I left my horse over the rise there, Snyder. Would you get him for me, please?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Looks like you walked right down onto this man.
I tried to take him alive, like you asked.
Guess I just wanted to hang him myself. Anyway, I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah.
Marshal, we'll be burying Jax out here. I'm wondering if you might know how to do it. Maybe a prayer or something.
Well, I'm not... Yeah, I'll try, Dolph.
Let's get back in.
When we got back to where Jax had fallen, the cook had driven the chuck wagon up and was busy fixing coffee for the men, even though it was far from noon. The cattle were spread out and feeding now. And one by one, the men rode up, sober and quiet, with just a glance at Jax where he lay covered by his saddle blanket. The grave was soon dug, and with the end gate of the chuck wagon for a headstone, Phil Jax was placed in the ground and covered with prairie earth. Their hats in their hands, the Texas men watched in silence.
If you will, Marshal, we're ready now.
Yeah. We brought nothing into this world. Neither may we carry anything out of this world. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away.
Even as it pleaseth the Lord.
Yeah. Even as it pleaseth the Lord, so cometh things to pass. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, Snyder,
Yeah.
I want you to do something for me, if you will.
What?
Well, I smuggled a quarter wagon yard whiskey out of Dodge when I came down here. The cook's got it hid in the chuck wagon.
Well, now, Marshal.
It's not much, but it'll cut the alkali in your drinking water. Why don't you get it and pass it out to the men, huh?
Mighty decent of you, Marshal. Always wants a drink of the Marshal's whiskey. Get on over to the chuck wagon.
There's times when a drink's good for a man's soul, Marshal. I guess this is one of them.
I think Jax would approve.
He sure would. By the way, Marshal, the boys all know how you handle them Jayhawkers.
No?
It ain't changed their mind about Kansas much, but maybe they think a little more highly of the law around here, of the kind of gunfighter hired by the law anyway.
That's good.
Of course, it don't mean they won't hoorah Dodge little when we get there.
I expect that.
Sure. Come on. We got a drink coming out of that bottle, too.
3 days later, the San Saba herd reached Mulberry Creek, about 10 miles south of Dodge. And Dolph Quince decided to hold it there, and we got it sold. So I said goodbye to the men and rode on into Dodge ahead of them. We'd meet again. In the plaza, at the Texas Trail, at the Alafraganza. And I was sure of one thing. Short of gunplay, that particular bunch of Texas cowboys were going to be allowed to hoorah Dodge unmolested.
Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin and Harry Bartell, with Sam Edwards, Jack Crucian, and Jim Nusser. Parley Bear is Chester. Gunsmoke is heard by our troops overseas through the facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of gun smoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The transcribed story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
I'd been up north for a few days. On the way back, I camped on the Pawnee River about 30 miles from Dodge, planning to ride on the next morning. During the night, however, my horse twisted his knee somehow, and it was going to be slower traveling than I'd figured. So I started out before dawn. It was just breaking day when I heard a rifle shot up ahead. A half hour later, I spotted a fallen horse and the figure of a man crouched by its head. As I came closer, however, the figure stood up. And I saw it wasn't a man at all, but a small boy. He held a rifle in his hand.
That's far enough, mister.
I'm a friend, son. Put down your rifle.
Hey, you sound like... Yeah, it's Marshal Dillon.
That's right. Who are you?
Oh, gee, I'm glad to see you, Marshal.
Now, you look familiar. We must have met somewhere.
I'm Yorky Kelly.
Oh, sure, I remember now. That camp on the Arkansas.
That's right.
Oh, what happened to your horse, Yorky?
Busted his leg. I shot him just a little while ago. And I've been crying, Marshal. That's why I couldn't see you good.
I don't know. Every man loses his horse once in a while, Yorky.
It ain't the horse so much, Marshal. It's my pa.
Your pa? Oh, where's he?
They rode off with him, Marshal. Right that way. You gotta go after him. Please, Marshal, please. Something will happen if you don't.
Now, wait a minute, Yorky. Take it easy. Just tell me what happened. Who rode off with your pa?
I don't know, Marshal. It was dark. I couldn't tell.
Well, let's sit down here. Come on.
Okay.
Now, take your time and tell me the whole story, huh?
I was out hunting last night, Marshal. I sneaked off to shoot some coyotes.
Yeah?
And then I heard a lot of horses coming. So I hid and watched them. Those were our horses, Marshal. And 2 men were driving them. They stole them. I know they did.
Well, what about your pa?
He was with them. They stole him, too.
Well, how do you know?
It was dark, but I could tell. The way he was riding. He had his feet tied under his horse's belly. That's why.
Go on.
Well, I followed him till my horse went down. He busted his leg in a prairie dog hole. So I unsaddled him, and then I shot him.
Where do you live, Yorky?
Over there, about 5 miles.
All right. My horse is lame, but I'll get you home on him. Go get your saddle.
Well, what about my pa? Ain't you going to go after him?
I'll find him, but I gotta have a fresh horse. All right, hand me your saddle. Now get up behind me. Come on. That's it. You think there are any horses left at your ranch, Yorky?
We only had 6, and they were driving 5. Pa was on the other one.
We're in a spot, then. My horse will never make dodge. He's getting worse every step.
I got a little Indian pony out in the pasture. Oh, but he's not big enough for you.
Then you'll have to do it, Yorky. When we get there, you'll catch your pony and you'll ride into Dodge.
What'll I do there, Marshal?
Go to the jail and tell Chester I sent you. You can leave your pony there and ride back with him. Tell him to bring some extra horses. We'll need them.
We'll be just like a posse, won't we?
Sure. And don't worry about your paw. We'll find him.
We got to. You tell Hattie where I've gone, will you, Marshal?
Hattie?
Hattie ain't my real ma. My real ma, she's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hattie's awful pretty, but I don't like her much.
Well, I hope you don't tell her that, Yorky.
She ain't as old as Pa, but she's awful old.
Oh?
She must be 30 anyway.
I see. Well, how old's your pa?
65, but he's tough. You know, Marshal, I don't think Hattie's any good for a ranch.
Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't think she is. You'll see.
Yeah.
I'll ride real hard for Dodge, Marshal. We'll be tracking my pa before you know it.
Sure we will, Yorky. When we got to the pasture, I helped Yorky catch his pony and got him started for Dodge. Then I rode on into the ranch, put my horse in the corral, and walked up to the house. Hattie came to the door. She was young, all right, and pretty. But she looked more like she belonged in a dance hall than on a ranch.
What do you want?
My name's Matt Dillon, ma'am. I'm from Dodge, U.S. Marshal.
Marshal Dillon.
I heard about Mr. Kelly from Yorky. I ran into him out on the prairie.
Where is Yorky?
Oh, he's gone to Dodge for some fresh horses, ma'am. He will be back by evening, and then we'll get started.
Get started?
Now, don't you worry any. We'll find him, all right.
What did Yorky tell you, Marshal?
Well, last night he saw the men who stole your horses and took Mr. Kelly.
Where'd he see him?
He was out hunting, he told me, and he saw him ride by.
So that's where he was. Darn little scoundrel. He's always running off like that.
I don't understand, ma'am.
Well, that boy's got the wildest imagination.
What do you mean?
There's no trouble, Marshal. Kelly went along with those men just to show him the trail, that's all. He sold him those horses.
Oh?
Why, sure. Crazy Yorkie, always stirring things up. I'm going to hide him good when he gets home.
Yeah. Then you expect Mr. Kelly back soon, is that right?
Sure. He'll be back.
When, did he say?
Today, I suppose.
Who were the men he rode off with?
Well, I don't know their names. That's Kelly's business. I don't interfere. Come on inside, Marshal. I got a pot of coffee on the stove. I expect you could use some.
We had coffee, and she insisted that I call her Hattie, and we talked for quite a while. It seemed she'd worked in a dance hall all right over in Abilene. Then old Kelly came along a few months ago and offered her a home and respectability. She jumped at it. According to her, Yorky was the biggest problem she had. Aside from the fact that living on the prairie wasn't exactly her idea of a good time.
Oh, I'm sick of it, Marshal. Nothing but work and wind and dust and that awful kid.
So you plan to stick it out?
Oh, sure, I'll stick it out. Sure I will.
You'll get used to it in time.
Tell me, Marshal, how's Dodge these days? Pretty lively?
It was when I left.
You know, I was planning to move to Dodge once, before Kelly came along. I kind of wish I had.
Oh.
Now.
One town's pretty much like another, Hattie.
Yeah. But the men are different.
Maybe.
I'd have got along real fine in Dodge. Wouldn't I, Marshal?
Sure. Why not?
More coffee?
No, thanks.
It'll be night before anybody gets back here, Marshal.
Yeah, I suppose it will.
You sure you don't want any more coffee?
No, thank you. I think I'll go see what I can do for my horse. He's pretty lame. I'll see you later.
I'll be here, Marshal.
I spent the day out by the corral doctoring my horse and taking it easy. It was after dark when Chester and Yorky rode in, leading 3 extra horses. But I still didn't know whether we were going to need them or not. I told Chester how things stood while Yorky was watering the animals, and then we all walked up to the house. I explained to Yorky that we'd have to wait for morning in any case. Hattie was waiting on the porch.
Well, Yorky, you ought to be real proud of yourself this time.
We're going after Pa in the morning, Hattie. Can't track him at night. At least that's what the marshal said.
That's right, Yorky.
Now, don't tell me you're going to make a fool of yourself, Marshal.
Well, I hope not. Oh, excuse me. This is Chester Proudfoot, Miss Kelly.
How do you do, ma'am? Yorky, I could whip you.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Kelly. He's done no harm. Your husband isn't back yet, and if he doesn't come in tonight, maybe we better go look for him.
How can he come home when they got him all tied up? Stole our horses, too.
That's a lie, Yorky. Those men bought our horses, and your father just rode out to show them the trail.
Why are you saying that? You know Pa wouldn't sell our horses.
Don't you talk back to me. You shut up, that's all.
I won't shut up. You ain't my ma, and you can't
Now,
make me.
Yorky, now, you take it easy. We'll find your Pa. I promise you that.
Well, okay, Marshal. But you find him.
We will.
Well, Marshal, I figured you'd all be back here, so I fixed some supper.
Well, say, now, that's mighty kind of you, ma'am. I'm awful hungry.
And the Marshal also missed his dinner. Come on inside and we'll eat.
Well, I'm going around back and wash, Marshal. You don't have to if you don't want to, though.
Okay, Yorky. We'll be along. Chester.
Yes, sir.
I don't think old Kelly's coming back tonight. We'll be riding after him in the morning.
Yes, It sure is a lot cooler now the sun's down. I don't know when I rode so much in 2 days. Dodge yesterday and clear out here today. I must have covered 1,000 miles.
Well, maybe you'll learn to ride. You keep this up, Yorky.
Oh, now, Marshal Dillon.
Now, wait a minute.
Huh? What's the matter?
Now, here they are. The tracks go off this way.
Yeah, they got a whole day's start on us. We can't follow them at night. We'll find them. We got to.
Hey, look up ahead there.
Where? Oh, it's a man. And he's afoot.
Yeah, come on.
It's Pa! It's Pa! Hey, Pa! Pa, you all right? We found you. Me and the Marshal and Chester. We found you.
Yorky, boy.
Get him some water, Chester. He's about played out.
Yes,
Sit down, Mr. Kelly. Chester's getting you some water.
Here it is. Thank you. I needed that. They didn't give me any water.
Where are they, Mr. Kelly?
They've gone. Camped near here all day. Then they left me. So as I'd die out here. Looked like I got lost and starved. They had it all planned.
I knew it, Pa. I saw you with them and the horses. I knew it.
Have you eaten anything?
No, Marshal, they didn't feed me either. Wanted me weak so I couldn't walk far when they left me.
Chester, dig out the jerky.
Yes. I'm old. Wouldn't have lasted very long. It was a good trick, blast 'em.
You mean they were going to leave you out here to starve just so they could run off with your horses?
No, it's more than that, Marshal. I'll have another drop of this water. One of them, a fella called Webb Cutter. He's going to run off with my wife, Hattie. As soon as they sell the ranch, he is. Hattie'd own the ranch with me dead.
Oh.
I never did like her nohow.
Here, Mr. Kelly, chew on some of this.
Oh.
And I got some hard biscuits, too, if you want to soak them in the water. Thanks. I'll be all right once I get something in me.
Pa's old, but he's awful tough. Ain't you, Pa?
Yeah. And an awful fool, too, Yorky.
Oh, that's all right, Pa. We're better off alone, you and me, anyway.
Who was the other man, Mr. Kelly?
Rourke, he called himself. Friend of Cutter's. He's going to get his share of the money off the sale of the ranch.
Did you know these men before?
No. Hattie knew him back in Abilene. So they said. They had it all figured out before we got married. Oh, Marshal, there's nothing worse than an old fool.
Well, you aren't the first man to be fooled by a pretty woman, Mr. Kelly.
I was lonely, that's all. And I thought Yorky ought to have a mother. Sure picked a good one.
Just you and me, Pa. We don't need no woman around.
Well, there ain't going to be one long. That's sure.
Look, Mr. Kelly, what did they do with your horses? They going to drive them back to the ranch?
That's what they said. Only thing that bothered him was Yorky here. They weren't sure he was asleep. But Hattie said she'd take care of him.
I sure fooled him. Didn't I, Marshal?
Yeah, you sure did, Yorky. But if they're headed back to the ranch, Hattie will tell them we're on their trail and they'll all run off. I got to stop them.
They got a couple of hours start on us, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, I know, but those horses they're driving will slow them a little. Chester, you stay here. You can ride in tomorrow when Mr. Kelly gets his strength back. I'm going to take the horse Yorky was riding on a fresh one.
I'll go with you, Marshal. I'll fight him.
No, Yorky. You've done your part. You stay here with your paw.
Yeah, I'm the one that ought to go, Marshal, but I just ain't up at that kind of ride.
That's all right, Mr. Kelly. You take it easy and come on back when you can. I'll see you at the ranch.
Mr. Dillon,
you wouldn't have an extra horse, Chester, and you'd need it.
Yes, sir, that's true. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
We will return to the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, every Monday night, an affable man about murder, Thomas Hyland, invites you to come along on a CBS Radio crime classic. Dramatizing all the known facts about actual killings of bygone days, crime connoisseur Hyland recreates atmosphere as well as details in his crime classics. Remember, Monday nights on most of these same stations, CBS Radio presents crime classics for an unseasonal chill in the atmosphere. Now the second act of Gunsmoke.
One thing in my favor was that Cutter and Rourke weren't riding as hard as I was. They didn't know there was any special hurry. I changed mounts every few miles, but along toward the end, one of the horses began to sull, and finally I had to leave him. It was just before daybreak when I came to the ranch. There were no lights on in the house, so I figured I'd beaten them after all. There was a room for my horse in the hay shed, and I put him in there and closed the door. Then I walked up to the house. hid behind a rain barrel near the porch and waited. It was a half hour before they rode in. They put their horses in the corral and then came up to the house.
Take it easy, Cutter. She's awake. She's lighting a lamp back there.
What she need a lamp for? It'll be daylight in a minute.
She's your woman. Why don't you ask her?
She's my woman, and you remember it, Rourke. I seen you looking at her the other night.
One woman's just like another to me. They're all the same. They're all poison.
For you, Hattie's poison, all right. I'm telling you, Rourke.
But she's pretty. That's more than I can say for most.
You forget she's pretty.
Okay. There's something else about her I like.
What do you...
Well, I've been thinking when she sells this ranch, she gets a third, you get a third, I get a third.
That's right.
But whoever gets Hattie sort of gets 2/3, don't it?
You try that, Rourke, and I'll kill you.
I'm just joshing you. You really going to marry her, Cutter?
I told her I was, didn't I?
I didn't ask you what you told her.
Shut up. Here she comes.
Hello, Webb. Rourke.
What are you all locked up for? Old man Kelly ain't gonna come sneaking home.
Come on inside. Hurry up.
What's
We haven't
the
got much
matter?
time.
What's the matter with you, Hattie? You're all upset.
You'll be all upset, too, when you hear what I gotta say.
You mean that's Marshal Dillon from Dodge?
It's just what I mean. He's got another man with him. A Chester something or other.
Well, I'll be... This fixes everything.
Why didn't you take care of that bratty kid like I told you?
He sneaked off to go hunting. He wasn't even here. So how could I help him?
And he ran smack into the marshal. Now we've really got our heads in a noose. Suppose the old man's dead when they find him.
Well, if he's dead, he can't talk, can he?
Oh, it's worse if he's alive. Blast you, Hattie. Can't you do anything right?
You're blaming me?
Who would I blame? I didn't put that marshal on our trail.
It don't matter now who did. What are we going to do?
We're going to have to get out of here fast. I'm all ready to go just as soon as I get a riding skirt on.
Wait. You ain't going nowhere.
What?
You heard me. We can't be dragging a woman around. You'd wear out in no time.
Now you're making sense, Cutter. We'd never get away with her holding us back.
You're going to leave me here, are you? You're going to let me face those people? You know I'll go to jail, don't you?
Oh, they won't do nothing to you. Tell them you got misled or something. They always go easy on women.
You're going to run out on me.
Oh, now, Hattie, you'd be better off here. They'll let you go, and you can get on back to Abilene. And I'll come by as soon as they forget about all this.
Oh, come on, Cutter. We're wasting time. They could be here any minute now.
You cowards. You dirty, rotten
Now,
cowards.
Hattie.
Who is your mother,
That's
mister?
enough, Hattie.
I hate you. Go on, get out, both of you. I wouldn't have either one of you.
Either one of us?
You didn't think I cared, did you? I'd have made one of you shoot the other before I was through. Pies don't cut 3 ways, mister.
Now we all know, Cutter. What'd I tell you?
There, that'll hold you. Come on, Rourke, let's go.
Dirty dog!
Ah, forget it, Hattie. Maybe I'll get to Abilene sometime. So long.
I'll fix you.
I should have known about you.
You gonna talk all day? Come on.
All right, get your hands up, both of you. Get them up in the air. And don't try anything.
Hello, Marshal.
You touch that gun and I'll kill you.
While you're killing him, what do you think I'll be doing, Marshal?
Don't try it. Either of you.
Hanging's bad, Marshal. I ain't going to hang.
You don't have to hang. Kelly isn't dead. We found him in time.
I don't believe you, Marshal. I think you've been here right along. You ain't even seen Kelly.
Yeah. You just want to see us hang.
I'm telling you the truth.
Oh, no. Lawmen don't tell the truth. Not to fellas like us, anyway. Do they, Rourke?
No, I don't believe they do.
Well, he can't kill us both, Rourke. We'll draw at the same time.
I'm telling you, don't try it.
Why not, Marshal? Let's kill him, Cutter.
No.
We killed him. We killed them both.
Now, give me the gun, Hattie. I said, give it to me.
Take it.
You shot Cutter, Hattie. Why did you do it?
I don't know, Marshal.
Did you do it to help me? Or because he was running out on you?
He's dead. What difference does it make?
It could be murder, Hattie.
You'll have to decide that, Marshal.
Yeah. Cutter might have killed me.
He might have. Well?
Go back in the house. You can wait in there.
Now they're both dead.
Do you care?
No. No, I don't care. What's going to happen to me, Marshal?
I don't know. I think I'll let Mr. Kelly decide that.
Where is he?
He'll be here tonight, probably. He's with Yorky and Chester.
Marshal, will I go to jail?
I don't know, Hattie. Depends on Kelly.
He's a nice old man. He wouldn't hurt anybody. I'm sorry I got into all this. I wish I hadn't.
Marshal Dillon?
Yeah?
I just had a long talk with Hattie, Marshal.
Well?
She tried to kill me, you know. She had a hand in it.
She'll go to jail for it if you prosecute her.
I know. But, Marshal, I can't send anyone to jail. Not a woman. If she was a man, I'd shoot her, but...
What do you want to do, Mr. Kelly?
Yeah, I'll get her things and drive her to town, Marshal. I'll give her some money. And then Yorky and I'll come back here. Yorky will just have to grow up without a mother. And about me, it don't matter none.
All right, Mr. Kelly. I guess I wouldn't want to see her in jail either. We need women out here, good or bad. We need them.
Gunsmoke, transcribed under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Michael Ann Barrett, John McGovern, Joseph Kearns, John Daner, and Nestor Paiva. Parley Bear is Chester. Gunsmoke has been selected by the Armed Forces Radio Service to be heard by our troops overseas. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke. This Monday night, Herbert Marshall has the leading role in a story adapted from Daphne du Maurier's collection called Kiss Me Again.
Now, Post Toasties, the heap good cornflakes, is proud to present Gunsmoke.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of gun smoke.
Gunsmoke, the story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. It's easy to do your whole tribe a big favor, Mother. Just pour every big and little Indian in your camp a breakfast bowl full of Post Toasties. Post Toasties, you know, are the heap good cornflakes. They're the best thing that's happened to corn since the Indians discovered it. Fresh as fresh can be. Say, Post Toasties are cracklin' crisp. Sweet kernel corn flavor, toasted. That's Post Toasties. Post Toasties are packed with nourishment, too. A bowl of Post Toasties with sugar and milk helps your big braves and little Indians start the day right. Get Post Toasties soon. And now, Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad.
Fella here looking for you, Mr. Dillon.
Oh, hello.
My name is Brandt, Marshal. I and my son got a ranch up in the South Fork of the Solomon.
Well, what can I do for you, Mr. Brandt?
Well, I ain't no ways responsible, you understand. It's been kind of put on me, you might say.
Oh? What has?
Well, Marshal, the Indians started it. They was riding for horses just a couple of days ago. And they'd have got them and probably me, too, but for this kid they had along.
A kid?
Yeah. And he tried to come in ahead of the rest of the Indians, and he showed himself too soon as what happened. My son saw him in time to warn me, and we put up a standoff fight, and them Arapahoes didn't get a single horse.
Well, what's the trouble, then?
We got the kid. He's still there, wilder than a deer. He got shot in the leg a little. We brought him into the house after. I want to know what to do with him, Marshal.
Ah. Well, how old's the boy, Mr. Brandt?
Hard to say. I bet he's 12 or under.
That's pretty young to be on a raiding party.
Yeah, it sure is. But he's awful wild. He's tried to kill me twice already.
Well, then why don't you turn him over to a reservation somewhere? They'll take care of him.
Well, I can't do that, Marshal. They wouldn't have him.
Why not?
Well, he ain't an Indian. He's a white boy.
A white boy?
Sure acts like an Indian, though. I think he's been living with them Arapahoes a long time. That's what I think.
Well, I don't know what I can do about it, Mr. Brandt.
One thing is sure, Marshal. I can't keep him no more. And it don't seem right, for a white boy to go back living among them Arapahoes.
No.
So you got to come up there with me and do something about him.
But Mr. Brandt, I'm a U.S. Marshal. I'm hired to keep the peace, not to play nursemaid to orphans.
Yeah. You're the only man I've heard of around here that I thought might help that boy. Well, if you want, you want. I'll just run him off into the prairie, I guess.
All right. All right, Mr. Brandt. We'll ride back with you in the morning.
I don't see nobody around, Mr. Brandt.
No, my son will be out with the cattle this time of day. I told him I locked that kid in the potato cellar when he had to leave the house.
Is that it over there?
That's it. He'll be in there. Oh, there. Just open the door, Marshal. Maybe he'll come out.
All right. Chester, grab him if he runs, huh?
Yes, sir.
And watch out for him. He'll do anything, that kid. Here, kid. Come on out. Let's stand back now.
Well, look at him. You'd hardly know he was a white boy, Mr. Dillon.
Hello, son.
You've come to kill me, haven't you?
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody's going to kill you, son. We're here to help you, that's all. You look pretty weak to me. Is it that hole in your leg, or haven't they been feeding you?
He won't eat, Marshal. At least he wouldn't when I left. You been eating, kid?
No.
See what I mean?
It's easier to be tortured on an empty stomach.
Oh, now, son, nobody's going to torture you. Nobody's going to kill you. I'd just like to have a look at that leg, where you got hit.
I'm all right.
Come on, let's go in the house and see for sure, huh?
No.
Well, he's fainted.
I got him.
Oh, the poor little kid.
Why haven't you done anything about this bullet in his leg, Brent?
I tried, Marshal. He wouldn't let me near it. Tried to bite me.
Well, he can't fight now. Come on, show me where to put him. I carried the boy into the house, laid him out on a bed, and went to work. He came to in the middle of it, but he didn't move a muscle or utter a sound. The bullet wasn't buried very deep. I dug it out, cleaned the wound as best I could. When it was over, I got some strong tea down him, and then he went to sleep. A couple of hours later, I noticed he'd waked up, and I went over to the bed.
You fixed my leg.
Sure, of course I did.
Why?
Well, you might have died if I hadn't. A wound like that gets infected.
Arapahoes don't care if their prisoners die.
Well, you're not a prisoner here.
Yes, I am.
Look, what's your name, anyway?
Yorky?
Well, is that all?
It's all I remember.
Is that what the Arapahoes told you?
Yes. They won't give me another name till I'm a brave.
Yorky's a white man's name. Where are your parents?
Killed in a raid, they told me. I've been Arapaho ever since.
What was your father's name, do you know?
I was too young.
Well, then how come you remember English so well?
An old man of the tribe makes me talk every day. I don't know where he learned, but he says it'll come to use later when I'm a brave. In our wars against the white man.
You're a white man, Yorky.
Yes, but I live with the Arapahoes.
Well, you did, but you're back among your own people now. You gotta learn to live a different life.
No.
Wait, you mean you want to go back with the Indians?
First, I have to make a big coup.
Make a big coup? What for?
I'll be killed if I don't.
What are you talking about?
I allowed myself to be seen and expose the raiding party. So I'll be killed if I don't make a coup and return with a scalp or some horses.
You? A kid like you?
Unless you kill me first.
Oh, Yorky, if I was going to kill you, why did I take that bullet out of your leg?
I don't know.
Well, nobody's going to kill you. Now, you just get that out of your head. And you're not going to kill anybody either, or steal any horses, so forget about it.
If I make a big coup, my mistake on the raid will be forgiven. And I'll be the youngest brave in the whole tribe.
Well, we'll argue about that later. But what were you doing on this raid in the first place?
A white boy must prove himself many times. It's harder than for an Indian. That's why they let me come.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you've got quite a problem, haven't you, Yorky? But right now, why don't you go back to sleep for a while, huh? I'll have some soup for you when you wake up.
Well, good morning, Mr. Bryan.
Good morning, Chester. Marshal.
Good morning.
Your son left a few minutes ago. He said he wouldn't be back till evening.
Yeah, and I ought to be out with him.
We're all through, but I'll cook you some eggs.
Oh, just coffee for me.
All right, sir.
Well, what are you going to do about that kid, Marshal?
Well, there's not much I can do, Brant.
You can't leave him here.
Well, I didn't bring him here.
Here you are.
Marshal, I'm serious. Even if it was an ordinary kid, I got no way to raise him. And this one is bad. I told you, he's been after me twice already.
He needs a scalp to take back. It's a matter of life or death with him.
He ain't taking mine.
You really think he might kill somebody, Mr. Dillon?
Well, left alone, yes.
But he's so young.
Well, I heard Billy the Kid killed a man when he was 12. Age doesn't seem to matter much.
Well, can't you talk him out of it? Show him it's wrong?
Well, I've tried, but Yorky thinks like an Indian. He doesn't know anything about the white man's world.
Yeah. How's he feeling this morning, anyway?
Well, I'd hoped his fever would be down, but it isn't.
He needs a doctor, that's what.
Yeah. By the way, Brant, is this one of your guns?
Where'd you get it?
Yorky had it when I went in there this morning, but he was too weak to use it.
No, I told you it's a bad one, Marshal. He'll kill someone yet.
All Yorky understands right now is kill or be killed, Brant. If you got a wagon, we'll take him into Dodge.
Say, what goes on at your house at breakfast? Well, you can take it from me. The best thing that can go on your breakfast table is Post Toasties. Yes, sir, Post Toasties, the heap good cornflakes. Those golden crisp cornflakes are the best thing that's happened to corn since the Indians discovered it. You know how to prove it? Well, just pour out breakfast bowlfuls of Post Toasties for your whole tribe. Then watch how they enjoy 'em. Post Toasties are crisp and tasty. From the first bite down to the last spoonful, that sweet kernel corn flavor makes your breakfast. So always ask for Post Toasties, the heap good cornflakes.
Post Toasties, heap good cornflakes. The best thing that's happened to corn since the Indians discovered it. Heap good cornflakes. Post Toasties, heap good cornflakes.
Remember, Post Toasties is one of the famous triple wrap Post cereals, guaranteed fresh or triple your money back. Now back to Gunsmoke.
On the drive into Dodge, Yorky never moved or never said a word. I looked back at him from time to time and tried to put myself in his place. Here was a boy whose only experience of life had been with a warlike tribe of Indians, a tribe which he couldn't even go back to without a white man's scalp or some stolen horses. Now, this in itself would be a problem for a grown man. But little Yorky also felt himself a prisoner, sooner or later to be killed. It was no wonder that during the next few days, as he lay on the couch in Doc's office, he watched us with wild, restless eyes. In spite of his obvious courage, I think he was a little frightened. And when Doc was suddenly called out on a case in the country for several days, I had an idea. And I sent Chester to find Kitty.
You want me to nurse him? Is that it, Matt?
Well, partly, but also I thought maybe you could talk to him a little. It's hard for him to trust a man.
I know. Chester told me about him.
Yeah, he'll be well enough pretty soon to get into trouble. Bad trouble.
I'll do what I can. Where is he, in the front room?
Yeah, on Doc's couch. And, Kitty, try to get him to eat something, huh? I haven't had much luck.
All right. But you stay here.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, Yorky.
Who are you?
My name's Kitty. I'm going to take care of you.
Why?
Because you're sick. Wouldn't you take care of somebody who's sick?
Not an enemy.
We're not enemies, Yorky. Even if we were, I'd take care of you.
Prisoners get well by themselves, or they die.
Not around me, they don't. Anyway, you're not a prisoner. You can leave any time you want to.
Is that the truth?
Of course it is. Unless you do something wrong, like killing or stealing. But let's not talk about all that. I want to know about you. All sorts of things. What it was like with the Arapahoes, or what you remember about when you were younger.
I won't tell any secrets.
I don't want to know any secrets, Yorky. But maybe you can tell me, well, did you have a mother in the tribe? Tell me about that.
I'm a white boy. They've never let me have a mother. Anyway, I was big enough I didn't need one.
Did you ever want one, Yorky?
I don't know. I guess so, sometimes.
It's better to have a mother.
Mine was killed in a raid when they found me.
I know. Do you remember her at all?
No. Sometimes I think I do. Sometimes when I'm asleep, that is.
What do you remember about her, then?
I don't know. Just a feeling, I guess. Sort of like being warm. Is that what it's like?
Yeah. I think that's what it's like, Yorky. Very much like that.
I'm hungry, Kitty. Would you let me have something to eat?
Of course I will, Yorky. Of course I will.
Kitty spent as much time with Yorky as she could manage. And whenever she'd been with him, he always seemed calmer and less frightened. And we began to have hopes that maybe the boy would take to his new life after all. Chester and I were busy, and except for taking some food up now and then, we turned Yorky's care over to Kitty completely.
When'll Doc be back, Mr. Dillon?
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Chester. He sent word he'd have to be out there another day. I guess Miss Taylor's been mighty sick.
You think maybe Yorky could just live with Doc?
I don't know what to do with him, Chester.
We sure got to do something.
Yeah.
Where's Yorky?
Well, he's upstairs, Kitty.
Have you been up there today? Have you seen him?
No, I thought you were with him.
I couldn't get here till now. Yorky's gone, Matt.
What?
I'll go take a look.
I've already searched the place. He isn't there.
Well, let's look in the street, Chester. Maybe somebody's seen him.
You better find him. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we'll find him, Kitty. Don't worry.
Maybe he's got hold of a gun.
I hope not. Anyway, if he's as smart as I think he is, he'll locate a horse to get away on first. Maybe a couple of them.
Doggone it. Just when I was beginning to think he was going to settle down a little.
You never know. But I still got faith in that kid somehow, Chester. Here, let's cross over to Moss Grimmick's stable there, huh?
All right, sir. There's Moss now. It's inside there.
Yeah. Moss?
Oh, Marshal, Chester.
Oh, Moss.
Yeah, I was going to come see you, Marshal.
Oh?
That kid you brought in the other day, I caught him trying to steal one of my horses.
You got Yorky?
Is that his name?
Where is he, Moss?
Back here. He put up quite a fight for a sick boy, Marshal. A little wildcat. I had to tie him up finally. I throwed him in the saddle room there. He's sure a mean one. There he is, little devil. He'll hang yet.
Give me your knife, Chester.
Oh, don't untie him, Marshal.
I'll handle him, Moss.
Here you are, Mr. Dillon.
Yorky, I'm sorry this happened. I'd have given you a horse if you'd have asked me. There.
I wasn't going to steal him.
And what was you doing riding him out of that stall, young fellow?
Wait a minute, Moss. Yorky, you say you weren't going to steal him?
No.
What were you doing then?
Kitty didn't come, and I got lonely. I don't know.
Well, I think I do, Yorky. You just wanted to be around something familiar, something you know. Isn't that right?
I guess so.
And you've lived with horses all your life. You know them pretty well. So you came over here.
I wasn't going to steal him. I just wanted to get on him.
You know, I half believe the boy, Marshal.
He's telling the truth, Moss.
Yorky, I'm sorry I treated you rough. Why don't you tell me?
You were going to kill me.
Me? Kill anybody? A kid? Guess you don't know me very well.
What are you going to do with me now?
Well, Doc will be back tomorrow, Yorky. If he says it's okay for you to stay up, well, you can. Meantime, Kitty will be there.
All right.
Tell you what, Yorky, you get well, you come over here. I'll give you a horse to ride.
You will?
Sure, I got lots of horses. You can take your pick.
What if I steal them?
I've had horses stole before.
I don't understand you.
He trusts you, Yorky. We all do.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't trust anybody.
Oh, maybe not, but we do anyway. Moss, I got an idea.
No?
I don't suppose you could use a stable boy around here, huh? Some kid who really knows horses and who's used to hard work.
Well, I don't have much money, Marshal. If I could feed him a little and maybe fix him in bed in the saddle room here.
Of course, a good boy's like a good horse. There's bound to be some hot blood in it.
Try to lift my hair, I'll whop him good. That clear, young fella?
You're talking about me?
Of course they're talking about you, Yorky.
One thing, I can't hire nobody unless he has a whole name.
Well, Yorky don't know his last name.
Well, call him anything. Kelly. Kelly, that's a good name.
Yorky Kelly?
Grimmick and Kelly. Yeah, sounds all right to me. You people get out of here now. I got work to do. And when Doc says you're fitting Yorky, you come back.
I'll be back, Moss.
In just a moment, we'll tell you about next week's adventure on Gunsmoke. Say, exciting things happen to breakfast when there's sugar crinkles at every place. Sure, new sugar crinkles make breakfast more fun than a circus. You know why? Sugar crinkles is the sugar rice treat that's just right sweet. Not too sweet, the way some sugar-coated cereals seem to be, and not like others that aren't sweet enough. Sugar crinkles, every golden crisp nugget of them, is just right sweet. So try starting your day off just right with new sugar crinkles. And don't forget, when you're listening to the radio or watching television, sugar crinkles make great snacks. From the bowl or from the pack, for your breakfast or a snack. Sugar crinkles are more fun than a circus. Try sugar crinkles soon. They're the sugar rice treat that's just right sweet. So better get several.
Sanka Coffee and Instant Sanka, the two delicious coffees that let you sleep, bring you Sanka Salutes. And this is Win Elliott, transcribed, saluting our people of the week, the everyday people who help make America an even nicer place in which to live. This is for all fathers listening in. Got a question for you, Dad. Suppose you got a hurry call from home saying that a certain stork, which had been hovering around your house for weeks, finally had started coming in for a landing. Can you imagine yourself stopping for anything? No? Well, then you pull up a chair, Dad, and hear all about a Navy vet named Charles Ewell. You see, this week, Charles was rushing home so he could get his wife to the hospital in time to have their very first child. But on the way, Charles saw a terrible thing. A woman had gone off a bridge. A woman was floundering in the freezing water of a New York City river. Well, Charles Ewell knew a thing or two about the horrors of people fighting death in the water. During the war, he'd rescued 2 drowning shipmates. And just a few years ago, he'd pulled a little girl out of the surf. Of course, now it was different. There was the stork. Charlie wavered, and then he made his decision. Into the water he dived. He reached the woman. He held her, and he saved her life. And then, of course, the hero dashed home. Well, fortunately, the stork had cooperated, and Daddy was able to greet his first son. And so tonight, Charles Ewell stands in a hospital corridor and looks proudly through a glass at a little boy. He certainly set him a real example of manhood. And so to Papa Ewell, a cooing, gurgling Sanka salute. And now hear the story of the men of the USS George E. Davis and a 9-year-old Italian war orphan named Maria Carmela Lavecchia.
The Davis is an American destroyer escort, and about a year ago, the men aboard her decided to adopt Maria. They didn't know her. They'd never seen her. But they knew what kids like Maria were going through, so they filled out the papers and collected money. Enough for schooling, enough for food, even for her very first doll. And then, some time ago, they decided to give her the finest gift of all, a trip to America, a chance to see a decent and happy world, a chance to be just a little girl. Well, she's here now, and she's having the time of her life with her 200 fathers. And so, in her name, to the wonderful young men of the George E. Davis, this very proud Sanka salute. In a moment, a story about a lonely, forgotten hero. But first, say, what is it you look for most in a coffee? Is it a full-bodied flavor, or is it the ease of preparation you get from an instant coffee? Well, you know you get both of those great advantages, plus a third in instant Sanka coffee. That third advantage, instant Sanka, lets you sleep. Yes, the only coffee in the world that gives you all three advantages is the new instant Sanka coffee. Taste it made hot and black and good and strong, and you'll know right off it has the extra rich flavor you want. Instant Sanka is made instantly right in the cup, whether you're making 1 cup or a dozen, and it lets you sleep because 97% of the sleep-disturbing caffeine has been removed. Yes, drink instant Sanka whenever you please, and it won't keep you awake. And now you can buy instant Sanka in the big new economy size jar and save money. So drink instant Sanka, the only coffee that combines extra rich flavor with instant ease and lets you sleep. Say, would you have done what Mr. Orville Ratliff did down in Louisville this week, and when it was all over, would you feel the way he does? Well, Mr. Ratliff was a bystander when a car crashed and the gas tank exploded. He didn't know the man inside the car. The whole thing wasn't his affair. But he went into those flames and he pulled out the man and he saved his life. The result, Orville Ratliff went to the hospital severely burned in terrible pain. The other man, fortunately, was hardly hurt at all. And up to the middle of this week, at least, do you know how many visitors this hero has had? 0. Not one. He might be bitter, this brave but lonely man, but he isn't. He says when the pain allows him to talk, I'd do it again. How about somebody going in and singing Orville Ratliff for you and me, and say to him, for you and me, here, sir, is a Sanka salute. I'll be back next week when Sanka Coffee and Instant Sanka, both delicious and both caffeine-free, will again present Sanka salutes. In the meantime, this is Win Elliott suggesting you try Sanka. You'll love it, and you'll sleep.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Now, Sugar Crinkles, the sugar rice treat that's just right sweet, is proud to present Gunsmoke.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on west, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of gun smoke.
Gunsmoke, the story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. Take it easy, Mom. You know your young folks are going to eat when you give them sugar crinkles for breakfast. Yes, boys and girls love sugar crinkles. And no wonder. It's the sugar rice treat that's just right sweet. Makes breakfast more fun than a circus. Now, the reason sugar crinkles suit your folks to a T is this. Some sugar-coated cereals they've tried seem too sweet. Others don't seem sweet enough. But when they dip their first spoonful of sugar crinkles, they've discovered a sugar-coated cereal that's just right sweet. And say those young folks of yours love to dip into the pack and eat sugar crinkles as a snack, too. So better get several packages. And now, Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad.
I beg your pardon.
Oh.
Surely you're not Marshal Dillon.
Well, no, surely I ain't, mister.
Then please find him for me.
He's busy.
All right, I'll wait.
Sure. You wait.
Good heavens, man.
You like it?
No.
Then listen to this one.
Chester!
Yes, sir?
Put that comb away. I can hear it clear out back.
Oh, well, all right, sir. I'll go out back and play it.
Well, if I can hear it from there, I can hear it from here.
All right, Mr. Dillon, if you feel that way, I won't play it at all. Nowhere.
Good.
Marshal Dillon.
Yeah.
I'm Philip Locke from Philadelphia. I arrived on the Santa Fe this morning.
Now, you're a long way from home, Mr. Locke.
Unfortunately, yes. But I came here for a purpose, Marshal.
Oh, and what's that?
I'm looking for someone. A girl, as a matter of fact.
Well, there's lots of girls in Dodge. You shouldn't have much trouble.
If you please.
Shut up, Chester.
Yes, sir.
This girl wrote her mother in Philadelphia that she was teaching school here, Marshal. However, she's never been heard of at the school.
Well, maybe she's moved on somewhere.
But they say she was never at the school. I'm afraid something's happened to her.
Well, a lot of things can happen to people out here.
That's precisely why I've come to you. I want you to find her immediately.
You're not in Philadelphia, Mr. Locke. But I'll keep an eye open for her if you'll tell me your name and what she looks like.
She's about 5'4", and she's blonde. A very pretty girl.
Oh?
Her name is Laura Simmons.
Laura Simmons?
Yes, do you know her?
No. He doesn't know her. Neither do I. But I'll see what I can find out for you, Mr. Locke. Where are you staying?
At the Dodge House, and I must say I've been in better hotels.
Well, bad as it is, you wait there, huh? I'll come to you if I have any news.
It's most urgent that I find her at once, Marshal.
Sure.
Good day.
What? Well, Marshal Dillon.
Hello, Laura.
Well, come in, Marshal. Come on in.
Thank you.
Hello, Matt.
Kitty, I didn't expect to find you here.
No, this is Laura's room, not mine.
How'd you know I lived here, Marshal? You've never been here before.
Well, I asked Sam downstairs.
It's a wonder he told you. I think Sam's sweet on Laura.
Kitty.
Well, I do.
You two can gossip about all that later, huh? Right now, I've got some news for you, Laura.
You have?
Yeah, there's a man here looking for you. His name is Philip Locke.
Philip?
Hmm.
In Dodge? Oh, no.
I figured it might be bad news.
Well, I can't have him find me here.
Well, he went to the schoolhouse first. Then I told him you'd probably moved on, but he still thinks you're here somewhere.
Well, I wrote Mother I was teaching school. He must have gone to see her.
Well, if you don't want to see him, honey, you don't have to.
I can't see him. I can't have him know I work in a saloon.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I know, but... Well, you see, I was engaged to Philip once, before I left Philadelphia. We were about to be married when his family found out that my father had been a riverboat captain. I should have told him before, I guess, but... Well, anyway, they called off the wedding, and I was so ashamed I ran away. Came out here finally.
What about Philip? What'd he do?
The Lockes are a very aristocratic family, Kitty. I guess he had to do what they wanted.
Not much of a man, if you ask me. Aristocrat or not.
I was in love with him. And I think he was with me.
Are you still?
I don't know. How can I know? But he mustn't find me here. This is exactly the sort of life they said I was best suited for. His mother herself told me so.
I've known nicer people than that on canal boats.
I've got to hide somewhere. He'll go back and tell my mother, and it'd just break her heart.
I just can't face any of it.
Look, Laura, why don't you go out to Ma Riley's until he leaves town, huh? She'll be glad for a little company.
That's a wonderful idea, Matt. Come on, honey, I'll take you out myself. It's only a few miles.
You're very kind.
You might kind of spook him back to Philadelphia, Matt.
Well, I'll try, Kitty.
That's mighty warm beer for a nickel.
I paid for that beer, Doc.
I know, and I thank you for it, Chester, but I hate to see you not get your money's worth.
Oh, I'll get it. When you decide it's time to buy us a beer.
Oh, I'll buy.
It's almost time, Doc.
Sure, it's okay. Oh, well, tell me, Matt, is Laura still out at the Riley place?
You're shying away from the problem. But anyway, she's there. Locke isn't likely to leave town this soon. I saw him last night, and I told him I'd heard Laura had gone to Denver.
Did he believe you?
I don't think so. But I warned Sam to tell him the same thing in case he came snooping around here.
Oh, it's a sad story. Poor girl.
Well, she's better off without the like of him, if you ask me.
Women are strange, Chester. They fall in love, and that's that. I sometimes wonder if it has anything at all to do with a particular man.
Why, of course it has, Doc. I remember what a little Kyle girl told me once. She said, Chester, she said...
I didn't know you spoke Kiowa, Chester.
Well, I don't exactly. We used a kind of a sign language, you know.
Yeah, I can guess. Who's this?
Marshal Dillon?
Hello, Locke.
I want to talk to you, Marshal.
You've met Chester here, and this is Doc Adams, Philip Locke.
Hello? How do you do? Marshal, I think you lied to me about Laura.
Oh, is that so?
It most certainly is. There's something mighty strange going on here, and I think you're mixed up in it.
Oh, look, maybe Laura doesn't want to see you. Have you thought of that?
I'm going to see her if I have to kill you to do it.
Kill me?
Mister, you ain't even wearing a gun.
I don't have to. What do you mean?
I've hired a man who'll shoot anybody I say for $500.
Philadelphia must be quite a town.
You have until this time tomorrow to produce her, Marshal. And remember, I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Well, of all the nimby-nambys.
He's probably one of those who hired someone to fight in the war for him, Doc. It's all he knows.
Look, Mr. Dillon, he's talking to Pete Noonan at the bar there.
Pete Noonan? Is that his gunman?
Well, looks like it. And of all the evil, no-good, drunken crooks, he ain't even much of a gunman.
No.
I always took Pete Noonan to be a little off in the head.
He is, Doc. You never know what Noonan might do. He isn't like other men. That's what makes him really dangerous.
Mother, it does your heart good, I know, when your young folks eat all of their breakfast cereal. That's why I'm so happy to tell you about new Sugar Crinkles. Sugar Crinkles, you know, is the sugar rice treat that's just right sweet. Crisp, golden nuggets of sugar-coated rice. They make breakfast more fun than a circus. Why, young folks love Sugar Crinkles so much, they disappear like magic. Now, you've had experience with sugar-coated cereals that seem too sweet to you, and others that just don't seem sweet enough to the youngsters. Well, what a wonderful surprise Sugar Crinkles will be to your whole family. For new Sugar Crinkles really are just right sweet. Remember, Sugar Crinkles make great snacks, too. Better get several packages.
For your breakfast or a snack, you love Sugar Crinkles. Sugar Crinkles can't be beat. Sugar rice treat that's just right sweet.
With milk for the breakfast joy.
As a snack from the pack, oh boy! Can't be beat, just right sweet. Sugar Crinkles, good
to eat.
Now back to Gunsmoke.
When Philip Locke first hit Dodge looking for Laura, I didn't think he'd cause any real trouble. I felt sorry for her, of course, but I wasn't hired to settle love affairs, good or bad. And it wasn't until he hired Pete Noonan for a gunman that I began to get worried. Noonan was off in the head and about as predictable as a locoed steer. With him around, it made for a bad situation. But there was nothing I could do except wait and see what happened. Locke had given me 24 hours to produce Laura. It was getting close to the deadline when I went over to the Texas Trail.
I saw her this morning, Matt, but she didn't say much about anything. The poor kid.
Well, she can't stay there forever. And Locke hasn't shown any signs of leaving. Maybe she ought to go on to Pueblo or Santa Fe or someplace.
Give her time, Matt.
Yeah, sure. And I got nothing to do with it.
Kitty. Oh, you too, Marshal.
Oh, what is it, Sam?
One out back, both of you.
Huh?
What for?
You'll see. I gotta go take care of the bar.
Sam must be drunk.
No, he's sober. Come on, let's have a look.
All right. I still say he's drunk.
Sam doesn't drink his own liquor.
I don't blame him. I wish I didn't have to.
You don't?
I wouldn't if I lived on a little ranch somewhere, Matt. Had chickens and things.
Sam's liquor isn't that bad, Kitty.
Laura, what are you doing here?
I made up my mind. Hello, Marshal.
Laura?
I didn't want to go inside just yet, so I've been sitting out here talking to Sam.
You mean you're coming back to work?
I've been thinking a lot about everything, and I'm going to face it out. No matter what anybody says.
Are you sure you're right, honey?
There isn't any other way to do it. Philip came here because he wants me back, and I won't lie to him.
Well, I guess it's up to you. Where do you want to talk to him?
Marshal, would you find him and bring him here?
Out here?
No, just take him to the bar inside. I'll meet him there.
This is a curious place to meet her.
Yeah. Sam, bring us a drink, huh?
Sure, Marshal.
We'll wait here. She'll be along.
Well, Laura always was rather different.
Here you are, gentlemen.
Oh, thank you, Sam.
Good evening, Marshal.
Laura.
Hello, Philip.
Laura, that dress.
You like it?
What are you doing here?
If you'll buy me a drink, Philip, I'll tell you.
A drink?
Of course. This is how I earn my living, Philip.
You work here?
Yes. Now, will you buy me a drink to start with?
No. No.
Oh, never mind him, Laura. He don't mean nothing. He'll get used to it.
Oh, no, it's just like what his mother said about me. It's true.
Philadelphia. Well, what do they know in Philadelphia? Lace on their pants.
Here, Laura. Hey, have a drink, huh?
Thanks, Marshal. I need it.
There. Now, why don't you go home, huh? I'll get Kitty to take you.
All right. Wait.
Laura.
Yes, Philip.
Laura, I can't leave. I started to, but I can't. I came to find you, and I'm going to take you back with me.
You are?
Yes. This is quite a shock to me, of course, seeing you here in this place, but I can forget about that. I'll try, Laura.
Will you, Philip?
Yes, I promise. And we'll never mention it. Ever.
To your family, you mean?
To anyone. It'll be a secret.
It will.
Always. If nobody knows, perhaps it won't matter.
I'm not sure, Philip. I think it'll always matter. To me.
I don't understand.
You wouldn't understand, mister.
Laura, let's get out of here where we can talk.
No.
What?
You heard her. She don't want to go.
Will you keep out of this, bartender?
No, I won't. What kind of a man are you, anyways? This little girl's done nothing to be ashamed of except earn her living, which is probably more than you've ever done. What makes you think you're good enough to judge her, anyway?
That's enough.
You'll try to forget about it. You ever think of anybody but yourself? You're no good, mister. Laurie here's worth 100 like you. I'm proud of her. I don't care what she's done or who knows it.
You're proud of me, Sam?
Of course I am, Laurie.
I won't hear any more of this. Are you coming, Laura?
Oh, tell him, Laurie. Go on, tell him.
Well?
No, Philip. I'm not coming. I'm going to stay here.
Mister, you heard her. Now get out, or I break a bottle over your head.
Goodbye, Laura. And you, bartender. You'll die for this.
Don't try that, Locke. Keep Noonan out of this.
Nobody tells me what to do, Marshal.
Noonan? What's Noonan got to do with this?
Locke's hired Noonan's gun.
Oh, no. Well, he'll kill you, Sam.
That Noonan, he's crazy enough, too.
Yeah, he is, Sam.
Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, what is it, Chester?
I've been waiting outside, like you said.
Oh, why aren't you there now?
Well, 'cause he's coming, sir, right up Front Street.
Noonan?
Yes, sir. He's alone, though.
Yeah, I figured he would be. All right, Chester, after he comes, keep an eye on the door. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Sam,
Well, what did you have, Marshal?
Noonan will be here in a minute. Get out of sight.
Well, I ain't afraid of him.
You heard me. Now get out of sight.
Okay, Marshal.
I come for Sam. Where's he?
What do you want him for, Noonan?
I've been paid to shoot him. That's what for.
You want to hang, Noonan?
I was born to hang. Where's he?
Look, I'm going to throw you in jail for a couple of days. Maybe things will be clearer to you then. Come on, huh?
No, Marshal. Don't do that. I got to earn my $500.
All right. But you'll have to shoot it out with me first.
With you? What you got to do with it? I want nothing to do with you.
There's a law against murder, Noonan.
Well, I know that.
Then what makes you think you can shoot Sam and get away with it?
Well, I got $500. Right here in my pocket. Want to see it?
Look, Noonan, see if you can understand this. Either you take your money and you get out of Dodge, or you're going to jail.
I ain't going to jail.
You want to draw on me?
I'm no fool.
All right, then get out. Fast. Now go on. Move.
You don't leave a man much choice, Marshal. Guess I'll have to go. Bye.
So long.
Well, you sure got rid of him, Marshal.
Well, I hope so. But he wouldn't have had much of a chance at you anyway.
What?
Look at Laura there.
I wouldn't have missed him, Sam, even if he had got the Marshal.
Well, I'll be it. Laurie, where'd you get that shotgun?
It's yours. The one you keep upstairs. I borrowed it.
There's blood in this girl, Sam. Did she ever tell you her father was a riverboat captain?
Well, Marshal,
huh?
I'm closing bar. You'll have to do your drinking somewhere else tonight.
It'll be a pleasure, Sam.
Come on, Laurie. I want to hear more about your old man.
Sure, Sam. Sure.
In just a moment, we'll tell you about next week's adventure on Gunsmoke. You know, what you are tomorrow depends on what you eat today. So, Mother, be sure the big and little Indians at your house always eat a good breakfast. And tell me, what could be better for breakfast than Post Toasties? Post Toasties, you know, are the heap good cornflakes. The best thing that's happened to corn since the Indians discovered it. But all of the talking in the world couldn't tell you how downright delicious Post Toasties are. You have to taste those crackling, crisp flakes. Yes, you have to taste that sweet kernel corn flavor toasted. Then you know how perfectly wonderful breakfast can be. Put Post Toasties on your shopping list right now, Mother. Just watch how your whole tribe goes for them. Remember, Post Toasties are the heap good cornflakes.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of gun smoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Matt, take a look at these.
What?
Which do you think's prettiest?
Oh. I don't wear galluses, Kitty. Not like those, anyway.
Oh, Matt, Mr. Jonas ordered them all the way from New York. We got to encourage him. The store will never stock anything but beans and ammunition.
Well, I can use beans and ammunition, but I won't wear those.
They're lovely. You'd look nice in a pair of bright suspenders.
Galluses.
All right, galluses. You like the purple ones?
No. But they're not as bad as those pink and orange ones. But what is that they got stitched on them, anyway? Chickens?
Don't be silly. They're parrots. Real fancy, Matt.
Yeah, they sure are.
I'll buy them for you.
No, you won't.
Please, Matt.
Give them to Chester if you want. They're more his style than mine.
All right, I will. You refuse to be elegant.
I refuse. And if Chester has any sense, he will, too. Wearing those, people will think he's a whiskey drummer or a barber.
That beats looking like a buffalo hunter.
Mr. Dillon?
Oh, you looking for me, Chester?
Yes, sir. Hello, Miss Kitty.
Good morning, Chester.
Mr. Dillon, there's a sergeant from Fort Dodge over at the office. Major Evans sent him in.
Oh, what does he want?
He says the major... Gracious alive, look at them galluses. My...
What does he want, Chester?
He says the major wants to talk to you.
Oh.
Right away, he said. Chicken.
Well, where is the major?
Hmm?
The major.
Out at Fort Dodge, I guess.
Oh, Chester, you tell the sergeant I might ride out sometime tomorrow if I'm not busy.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's only 5 miles, Matt. Might be important.
I know, but I've dealt with Major Evans before, Kitty. Was there any mail this noon, Chester?
No, sir, not a thing. For 3 days now.
Yeah, that much less trouble.
Uh-oh. Here comes some trouble crossing the plaza.
Now what?
Major Evans.
Huh? And I guess he really does want to see me.
Sure looks like it.
Good afternoon, Marshal.
Well, how are you, Major? Why don't you sit down?
No, thanks.
Hello, Major Evans.
Hello, Chester. Marshal, I sent Sergeant Bowers after you this morning.
Well, I was figuring on maybe riding out tomorrow, Major.
I prefer not to wait another day.
Oh, what's the trouble?
Pawnees are raiding again.
I hadn't heard that.
Well, it's an Army matter. Except for one thing.
Oh?
They've been supplied with rifles, Marshal, and I'm convinced those rifles come out of Dodge.
Why?
Well, it's the closest source of supply, and I want you to stop it.
Well, I'll gladly stop it, Major. If it's true. We can find that out easily enough.
How?
We'll go over and see Mr. Jonas right across the street there. I'll be back shortly, Chester.
Okay, sir.
Come along.
Who is this Jonas, Marshal?
He's the only man in Dodge who sells rifles.
Oh, I see.
Anybody who's been buying lately, he'll know.
Can he be trusted?
I trust him.
Well, somebody's been buying rifles here, and they might have paid this Jonas to keep it quiet.
He isn't that kind of a man, Major.
Well, I hope you're going to buy something this time, Marshal.
Well, I'm afraid not, Mr. Jonas, but I want you to meet Major Evans from Fort Dodge.
How do you do, Major?
Mr. Jonas?
What can I do for you?
We'd like to know if anybody's been buying rifles in quantity lately.
Indian trouble, huh?
Yeah, I told you, Marshal.
Told him what?
That you've been selling rifles to some gun smuggler.
No, Major, I don't believe I have.
And how do you know whether you have or not? Anybody can walk in here.
Sure they can. But if I didn't know them, and they bought up a wagon load of rifles on the sudden, I'd tell the marshal about it right off. The only men who've ever been in here are buffalo hunters, and they only buy 2 or 3 rifles at the most.
Well, Major?
Those rifles are coming from Dodge somehow. I know they are. And I'll stop it if I have to search every wagon that leaves here.
You mean you'd use soldiers for that?
Yes.
There'd be trouble. Sooner or later, they'd try to stop some hardhead who'd start shooting.
Soldiers are trained to shoot back, Marshal.
I don't want innocent men shot down for no reason at all,
The
Major.
Pawnees raided a ranch down on Crooked Creek just this morning, Marshal, 50 miles from here.
They did. But how come nobody's heard about it?
The man and the woman can't be moved, and their 2 boys were killed at once. The cavalry patrol found them this morning and sent a messenger to the fort.
Well, why didn't you tell me this before? We got to get Doc down there.
I'm on my way there myself. We'll give you an escort, Marshal.
Good. If you can keep up with us.
We will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, there is a definite betting pattern that overtakes a community when the gamblers move in. Here are the facts, plain, unvarnished. In the words of those actually involved, tomorrow when CBS Radio's hard-hitting Department of Public Affairs offers a full-hour documentary expose titled The Gamblers. Remember, it's tomorrow on most of these same stations. Don Hollenbeck narrates, and the brazen facts speak for themselves. Now the second act of Gunsmoke.
We rode hard, but it was nearly dawn when we reached what was left of the ranch on Crooked Creek. It had been burned, of course, and the stock destroyed. Half a dozen men of the cavalry patrol were standing on all-night watch while their Indian scout Tobeel slept peacefully in his blanket. The lieutenant in charge informed us that the man and the woman had both died soon after he dispatched his messenger to Fort Dodge. But Doc wanted to have a look at him anyway, so Major Evans and Chester and I went to the fire, had a cup of coffee.
I don't know anything I'd rather have right now than this coffee.
You ought to join the Army, Chester.
The Army doesn't usually serve coffee all night, and I don't approve of this fire.
Major, look at Tobeel over there. If he thought the Pawnees would be back, he'd have put the fire out himself.
Sound asleep. I suppose you're right, Marshal. After all, he's an Indian himself.
He's a good scout, too. I've known Tobeel a long time.
He's rather undisciplined, but valuable.
I'll bet he is. On both counts. Oh, Doc. Well?
All the usual things, Matt. And a few new ones.
Chester, get Doc some coffee, will you?
Oh, sure.
Scalped, I suppose.
For a start, Major.
Worse than that?
How that man lived as long as he did, I don't know.
Savage devils.
But I think the woman was unconscious during most of it. The man must have tried to kill her and only grazed her head.
How do you know, Doc?
Here's your coffee, Doc.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chester. The groove across her head was too narrow for a rifle bullet, Matt. And I don't think those Pawnees had pistols.
No, but they certainly had rifles.
Oh, that reminds me. I dug a bullet out of the man, Matt. Here it is.
Huh. That's funny.
What is?
This is a .44 caliber. You don't see many of them anymore. Here, take a look, Major.
Yeah? Yes, I believe you're right. What do you make of it, Marshal?
Major, I think I can find this gun smuggler.
You do?
Yeah. I'd like to borrow Tobeel over there to help me.
My scout? What for?
Well, those Pawnees have a day's start on us, but with Tobeel's help, I think I can catch up with them.
Oh, no. No, I'm afraid that'd bring out the whole tribe. No, I'll run this war party down myself as soon as their supply of arms is cut off.
Well, there'll just be Tobeel and Chester and me, Major. It's the gun smuggler I'm after, not the Indians.
Then I'll go with you.
Now, they'd spot a troop of cavalry, but 3 of us can get through the country without their knowing it if we have any luck at all.
Just what do you have in mind, Marshal?
I'll tell you later if it works.
Well, I guess I can't stop you.
No, you can't. And I'll go without Tobeel if I have to.
Yes, you would. All right, Marshal, take him.
Thanks.
I just hope you know what you're doing.
Major, does a man ever know? For sure.
Pawnee ride slow. They no think we follow.
Well, I just hope they don't find out, Tobeel.
Too bad they find out. Maybe 30 Pawnee war party. They kill us very easy.
We better breathe our horses a little. Let's stop here.
Right now, I wished I was in the army. I'd feel a whole lot safer.
Marshal, why we follow Pawnee?
Yeah. I'd feel better if I knew myself. Maybe.
Well, I'll tell you. First of all, that was a .44 caliber bullet Doc found in that rancher's body.
Only Henry rifle shoot 44, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Tobeel.
I ain't seen a .44 Henry since I can remember.
No. Most of the buffalo hunters around here use a .45. Or if they use a Sharps or a Remington, that's a .50. You just don't see many .44s.
Army, they have all Springfield 45.
Yeah, but somebody's cornered a bunch of them Henry .44s and sold them to the Pawnees. Is that what you figure?
Yeah, that's right, Chester. But whoever it is didn't think far enough ahead.
What do you mean?
Well, he sold his rifles, all right, but his customers are going to have to come back to him for ammunition. They can't get it anyplace else. And the market's all his.
Sounds to me like he's created a pretty good business.
Yeah, too good. Now those Pawnees will be looking for him. And him alone.
Marshal, right. Most Indians only need rifle. Steal ammunition all over. One place, other place. Only no fine 44 bullet, no place.
So they'll go back to this man. They have to find him. And if we can keep on their trail long enough, we'll just naturally find him, too.
30 Pawnee on warpath, all armed with good rifle. Maybe find us before we find them.
Yeah. I guess it could work both ways.
Well, nobody's going to find anybody if we sit here. All right, let's get moving. The Pawnee Trail led south in a straight line, as though they knew exactly where they were going. We followed them for 2 days, and on the third, Tobeel informed us that the war party had been joined by another one of about equal strength. A band of Indians this large would protect itself with a ring of Scots, so we were forced to drop back and follow them more slowly. And then they turned to the east. And on the fourth day, we began to wonder if we were wrong about their trying to find the gunsmuggler. Maybe they were just going to lose themselves in Oklahoma territory.
Hey, country marshal. Pawnee maybe blow apart like sand.
You mean they might separate and wait a while before raiding back into Kansas?
Sometimes do.
Mr. Dillon, look. Yonder comes a rider.
What?
White man. Cowboy.
Yeah. He's riding pretty hard.
Ride like man afraid.
Now, let's wait here for him. Oh, boy.
Hello.
Hello.
You're headed in the wrong direction.
Oh, why?
If you men are smart, we'll turn around and ride. This country's alive with Pawnee.
You see any?
If I had, I probably wouldn't be here to tell you about it. But I've seen plenty of sign, and a worse kind of sign, too.
What do you mean?
They had a powwow of some sort about 20 miles back from you, mister. They left a white man there.
Oh? Was he dead?
Just about.
Did you talk to him?
I talked to him, but he didn't have much to say, not with no tongue.
You left him there?
That's not all they done to him. But he could still use one hand. I give him my 6-gun.
Oh, I see.
The funny thing, though, there was wagon tracks leading into that camp and leading out of it, too. Can't figure it no how.
Only Wapali no keep wagon, Marshal.
Marshal? You're chasing them Indians?
No. It's the wagon we're after. And whoever's driving it.
Well, your business, Marshal. But I'm riding all the way to Dodge, and I'm going to stay there.
Maybe we'll see you when we get back.
I'll be there. But I wouldn't gamble on seeing you. So long.
So long.
Well, what do you make of it, Mr. Dillon?
Well, as Tobeel says, the Pawnees wouldn't fool around with a wagon. There must have been more than one white man.
We find wagon, I think, maybe 5-6 hours.
Yeah, but it'll be dark soon.
Tobeel track wagon and dark.
They're going to have to move fast to be out of this country by daylight.
We move.
Yeah, that's the wagon. But I only see one man there, Tobeel.
One man. Big fire. Full white man fire.
Well, we've crawled close enough. Let's stop here.
We gonna rush him, Mr. Dillon?
If he starts shooting, Chester, we'll have the Pawnees down on us. Wait for sleep. Tobil. Crawl up. Cut throat. No. No, Tobil. I gotta be sure this is the right man.
Yeah, but how are you gonna find out?
Well, bluff him. Look, Chester, you and Tobil stay here. I'm gonna walk up to that fire.
You're taking an awful chance, Mr. Dillon.
Play on me. Thanks.
Stop where you are. Get your hands up.
No.
I'll kill you.
And my friends out there will kill you.
What friend?
Put your gun away, mister. You haven't got a chance.
Who are you anyway? What are you doing here?
Put up your gun. They might get nervous.
How do I know anybody's out
All right,
there?
then shoot. And you'll find out. Well, go ahead.
You must be crazy. All right, I'll put it up. There.
All right, now tell me about you and the Pawnees.
Pawnees? What are you talking about?
I want to know where you got those rifles you sold them. Those Henry 44s.
You're a lawman.
Don't try it, mister. You can't outdraw me.
Maybe not. But I'd sure bring them Indians down on you fast.
That you won't live to see them.
I won't hang either.
You won't hang. You'll get about 10 years in prison. It's not enough, but that's all you'll get.
What are you, a sheriff or something?
A U.S. Marshal.
No, Marshal, all I gotta do is shoot, or make you shoot. And them Pawnees will take care of the rest. So, I make you a deal.
I don't make deals, mister.
Well, you have to make this one if you want to live. Because I've decided I'd just as soon die right here as spend 10 years in prison.
Well, what about your partner?
A partner? You know everything, don't you?
Just about.
You can't touch him. He's with the Pawnees. They keep him as sort of a hostage till I get back from Tascosa with more ammunition.
You buy the rifles in Tascosa?
Sure. But them Indians is kind of mad about not finding 44 caliber bullets real handy. We foxed them good.
You're not very bright, mister. How do you suppose I know about your partner?
How did you?
We found him where you met the Pawnees. He was dead.
Dead?
Yeah. You want me to tell you about it?
Well, what's there to tell? They got mad and killed him.
He died slow, mister. Real slow.
They tortured him?
That's right. He wasn't very pretty when we found him.
I don't want to hear about it.
He was your partner. Might happen to you,
I said
too.
I don't want to hear about it.
Well, I'm going to tell you about it anyway. First of all, they
No,
cut it...
don't tell me. I can't stand that. I hate that.
All right, then listen to me. If you start shooting, I'm not going to kill you or neither of my friends. But the Pawnees will come and they'll think you tried to fool them. They'll do worse things to you than they did to him.
I couldn't go through that. I've seen what they do.
All right, give me your gun. Come on.
Take it. I don't care what happens as long as they don't get me.
All right. Now go get your horse, mister. And hurry. And none of us will get out of here.
Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were John Daner, Lawrence Dobkin, Harry Bartell, Barney Phillips, and Jack Edwards. Parley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Gunsmoke has been selected by the Armed Forces Radio Service to be heard by our troops overseas. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke. Jean Tierney recreates one of her most famous screen roles in the Lux Radio Theater adaptation of Laura this Monday night on CBS Radio. You will want to hear again this gripping story of a detective who falls in love with the girl whose murder he's trying to solve. Jean Tierney and Laura on the Lux Radio Theater this Monday night on most of these same stations. George Walsh speaking. Radio's outstanding theater of thrill suspense is also heard Monday evenings on the CBS Radio Network. Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of gun smoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
I don't know what got into the boy, Mr. Dillon. When I come for you, he was offering to shoot his initials into the mirror behind the bar.
Is he drunk, Chester?
Yes, sir. But mostly it seems like he just plain wants to howl.
Well, he can howl all he likes as long as he keeps his gun quiet.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
I hope that's the mirror and not some man he's shooting at.
Yeah, so do I. Old Dolph would hate to lose that boy. All right, watch it now.
Look, he's laying on the floor, Mr. Dillon. He's been killed.
Look what he done to my mirror, Marshal.
You shoot him, Sam?
No, I hit him with a bung starter. He ain't dead. But I'm about to have to shoot his friend here.
Go ahead and try it.
Maybe I will.
Easy, Sam. All right, what's your name, mister?
My name's Blades. I work for Tom.
You mean you work for his father, don't you?
Well, sure, the old man owns the ranch, but me and Tom, we work together.
Oh, my.
Pick up his gun before he comes to, Chester.
Yes, sir.
All right, Blades. Tom's going to sleep it off in jail. You want to be locked up with him, or you're going to go home quietly?
I ain't done nothing. It was that girl over there got him started.
No, what girl?
That one sitting at the table in the red dress.
Kitty?
Yeah, that's her name. Wait till old Dolph hears you threw his son in jail.
I'll tell him myself. Now, you get out of here.
I'm going. He's at the Dodge House right now, Marshal. I'd like to hear you tell him.
Can you get Tom over to the jail, Chester?
Yes, sir, I sure can.
All right, lock him up. I'll be back later.
Yes, sir. All right, come on now, Tom. You ain't hurt.
You gonna let Chester put him to bed, Matt?
Yeah. Sam knocked all the fight out of him, Kitty.
I know. I saw it.
Blade said that you made him mad.
That's one way of putting it.
Oh, what do you mean?
He made me mad. I don't like fresh kids, Matt.
Tom Vickers must be 20.
Well, he's been acting like a kid. You know, Matt, he's changed lately. He used to be a gentleman like his father. I don't know what's come over him, but if he were mine, I wouldn't allow him off the ranch.
Well, maybe you've just forgotten what it's like to be young, Kitty.
I'm young enough to pour this glass of beer over your head.
You know what I mean.
Sure.
Well, that fellow Blades is older, though. Maybe he's responsible for Tom's jumping the fence.
I don't like him at all. I'm sure he isn't a good influence on Tom.
Yeah, Tom's too easily led. Yeah, he isn't the man his father is.
He sure isn't. Anyways, he better leave me alone.
Yeah, I'll tell him to. Well, I gotta go see Dolph now.
He isn't going to like your throwing his son in jail.
Yeah, maybe not. But a stranger was shot and killed on his range yesterday. And I don't like that.
Oh? I hadn't heard.
Well, they haven't been talking much about it.
Well, looks like you and Dolph are in for a pleasant little talk.
Yeah. Well, so long, Kitty.
Goodbye, Matt.
Well, come in, Marshal. Come in.
How are you, Dolph?
Fine, Marshal. I've been sitting here smoking a cigar before I went to bed. Have one?
No, thanks. Dolph, I got some bad news for you.
Tell me.
Tom tried to shoot up the Texas Trail a while ago. Sam laid him out, and right now he's in jail.
Anybody hurt?
Oh, the boy's got a bump on his head, that's all.
I don't like the idea of Vickers being in jail.
I'm sorry, Dolph.
How do I get him out?
But I'll turn him loose in the morning.
No Vickers was ever in jail before, Marshal.
Well, it's not that important to me, Dolph. If you want him out now, you can come and get him.
No, he's done wrong. He's got to pay for it. I thank you for coming to tell me, Marshal.
Sure, Dolph, sure. But there's something else I want to talk to you about.
What's that?
Well, I heard that a man was shot and killed on your range yesterday.
It's true.
Who did it?
He was rustling cattle, Marshal.
Oh. Well, were you there?
No, but I've been losing a lot of stock lately. That fella got caught by my men, put up a fight. So, there's one less thief around.
You know who this man was?
Never saw him before. But there's nothing wrong with shooting thieves, is there?
Well, not if I try to shoot you first.
I'm going to hire me some gunmen, Marshal. I'll show them...
No, that'll just cause trouble, Dolph. Gunmen will shoot anybody that happens along and then claim that they put up a fight. You know what they're like.
Then everybody better stay away.
Everybody won't know about it, Dolph. You don't want innocent men killed, do you?
Of course I don't. But I don't want my cattle stole either.
Dolph, you mind if I ride back out to your place with you tomorrow and have a look around?
I got business in Dodge tomorrow, but I'm going out the day after. Be glad to have you.
Oh, good. Well, I'll meet you here then.
Okay, Marshal.
There's some men branding cattle up ahead, Dolph.
That'll be Tom and Blades. They got a camp near here. I put Tom in charge of this whole section.
They left Dodge yesterday morning early, Dolph.
I know. I saw them leave.
Oh, you did?
They didn't see me. I was sitting across the street.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Tom, all right. Coming to meet us.
He shouldn't stop work just 'cause we ride by. We'll wait here. Who now? Who? Who's what?
Oh. Hello. Howdy, Tom.
Tom?
What calves are those, Tom?
Oh, it's a bunch of men gathered day before yesterday, sir.
Where are the other men? How come just you and Blades are working them?
Oh, we got all but about 20 of them branded yesterday. I figured me and Blades could finish them alone.
2 men ain't enough with a bunch like that. You'd have saved time if you'd kept more men to help. Let's ride over there. I want to look at them.
Come on. Yeah.
Who done? Blades. Maybe I better stay and help you.
Oh, no, sir. We're doing fine. We'll be all through by evening.
Your herd's getting scattered now.
We'll handle them.
Sure, don't you worry none, Mr. Vickers.
I ain't worried none, Blades. Tom, next time you keep at least 3 more men with you when you got a bunch this size.
Okay, sir, I'll do it.
In case you're wondering about the marshal here in Chester, they're going to look things over for a day or so. The marshal thinks maybe he can cut the trail of them cattle thieves.
I sure hope so. We ain't had much luck, except for that one.
Now go on back to work. I'll ride out here next week sometime.
All right. Get that iron ready for another one, Blades.
It's red hot now.
Come on, Marshal. I'm late enough.
Sure is a nice evening, Mr. Dillon, ain't it? Don't you think so?
What? Oh, I was just wondering what kind of an evening it is in Dodge, Chester.
Oh, if there was any real trouble, somebody would have rode out and told you.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's been 2 days now. Oh, we better get back tomorrow.
That'll suit me fine. I swear we've rode 1,000 miles over this ranch, and all for nothing, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, maybe.
Why don't you come sit in the porch, you two?
Oh, we're just walking our supper off a little bit, Dolph.
Yeah, I've been in the saddle so much the last 2 days, I need to stand.
Suit yourselves.
Dolph, from what the men tell me, you've lost only about 100 head of calves altogether. I had the impression that it was a lot more than that.
I won't put up with one calf being stolen from me, Marshal. I'm an honest man, and I work hard. And if a neighbor or stranger needs help, I'll give it to him gladly. But I'll kill the man that steals.
Well, I wish you'd do one thing for me, Dolph.
What's that?
The next time you lose any stock, send word to me before you turn this outfit into an armed camp.
Well, Marshal, if it was anybody else, I'd tell him to mind his own business. But, I'll do it.
Thank you, Dolph. Oh, by the way, we're going to be riding back to Dodge tomorrow.
All right. But I won't give you more than a couple of days next time.
Well, that's better than nothing, Dolph.
Mr. Dillon, we won't never get to Dodge if we stop and tally every herd of cows we come across.
This is a bunch I wanted to see, Chester. We'll travel as the crow flies from here in. Come on.
Why was you so interested in that herd? We must have rode through it 10 times.
I was sort of interested in proving something to myself, Chester.
Yes, sir.
Now look up ahead there.
Oh, a couple of Dolph's men, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
Or say, it's Tom and that fellow Blades.
Yeah.
Where's my old man, Marshal?
We left him at the ranch, Tom. We're going back to Dodge.
Empty-handed, huh?
Not quite.
What do you mean, not quite?
Oh, Blades, I'll tell you. I just looked over that bunch of stock back there.
Sure. We gathered them yesterday. Now we're going to do a little branding.
You better.
We'd better? You ain't bossing us, Marshal.
Just get them branded, Tom. All of them.
Of course we'll get them branded.
See that you do. Come on, Chester.
Yes, sir. I don't understand what you was driving at, Mr. Dillon.
That's the same herd those two were working the day we rode by here with Dolph, Chester.
Well, say, now, I didn't notice that.
And you probably didn't notice about 20 calves in there that are still unbranded.
What do you mean?
Tom Vickers and his friend Blades are thieves, Chester. And probably murderers to boot.
will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, today, good engineers are needed in hundreds of varied fields. You can build a fine career as a trained engineer and at the same time help maintain America's scientific and engineering superiority. For information, write Box 40, Midtown Station, New York 18, New York. That's Box 40, Midtown Station, New York 18, New York. Now the second act of Gunsmoke.
Oh, Chester, there you are, my boy. Where's Matt?
Oh, he'll be back in a minute, Doc. Sit down.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Say, he told me about Dolph Vickers' son last night.
You know, the only thing I can't figure, Doc, is why he don't tell Dolph.
Oh, he's got his reasons, I expect. But I didn't come here to gossip. Have either of you had supper yet?
Yeah, I had early tonight. But Mr. Dillon probably go with you.
Yeah. Ah, there's
Good
more.
evening, Doc. You look hungry.
You look worried. Dolph Vickers, boy?
Yeah. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to arrest him, Doc. I've been trying to figure some way to do it without breaking the old man's heart.
Oh, I don't suppose there is any other way, Matt.
And if there is, I haven't thought of it.
Somebody out back, Mr. Dillon.
No, stay where you are, Chester. I'll see who it is. I'll be right with you, Doc.
Sure, Matt.
You're going to starve to death waiting for somebody to eat with around here, Doc.
Oh, why, fasting's good for Manchester. And a little of it wouldn't hurt you.
Oh. Seems to me I spent my entire youth fasting, Doc. I won't never make up for it.
Uh-oh. What's that?
I don't know, but I better go see. Mr. Dillon?
Get down, Chester.
Somebody shooting at you?
Quiet. It's okay, Chester. They've gone.
Somebody was shooting at you.
Yeah. After they knocked on the door, they ran out behind that far shed there. Mighty poor shooting.
Well, ain't we going after them?
Now, they had horses hidden there. I heard them ride off.
Well, I'll go buy a couple from the rail.
No, let them go, Chester.
Hey, but Mr. Dillon, they tried to ambush you.
I know, but I'd prefer not to shoot them. Especially Tom Vickers.
Tom?
We'll ride out to the ranch tomorrow, Chester. Maybe we can bring him in without a fight. Anyway, it's worth a try. For Dolph's sake. Dolph? Anybody home?
Here comes somebody.
Oh. Hello, Marshal.
Hello, Dolph.
Chester.
Hello, Dolph.
Come on in. Come on in.
Thank you.
Where are you going, Tom? Ain't you going to say hello?
I got work to do.
What kind of manners is that?
There's no use running away, Tom. You wouldn't get far.
What?
Now, come on back and sit down, huh?
You do a lot of ordering around, don't you, Marshal?
Sometimes I do.
What's the matter between you, anyway?
Be better if you told him, Tom.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Did you brand those calves the other day?
What calves?
Wait a minute, Dolph. Did you, Tom?
Of course we did.
You willing to ride out there with us and prove it?
I ain't riding nowhere.
I've had enough of this. You tell me what you're talking about.
Tom?
Maybe you better tell me, Marshal.
Well, Dolph, you remember the herd Tom and Blades were working the day we rode out here with you?
Of course I do.
Well, I saw that same herd on the way back to Dodge. There were still about 20 unbranded calves in it.
Say it out, Marshal.
I ran into Tom and Blades just beyond, and I told him to be sure and brand those calves.
Go on.
So they knew I was on to them.
On to what?
Dolph, I'm willing to bet everything I got that if we find that herd, those calves are either still unbranded or missing.
What makes you so sure?
Tom refuses to ride out there with us.
What you're saying is mighty serious, Marshal. I hope you won't regret it. Come on, Tom. We'll go see them calves.
No,
We're going out there, I said.
I ain't going.
You'll do what I tell you.
Not this time.
We're going if I have to knock you down and tie you onto your horse. And you know I'll do it.
Yeah, you would. Them calves ain't there.
Then where are they? 20 calves ain't hard to track, Tom.
Blades got 'em.
Got 'em where?
Up a little spring. You don't have to say it. I know a little spring ain't on this ranch.
Go on.
There are 3 other men up there. You don't know 'em. They're holding over 100 head by now.
Come on.
You gonna charge your own son for stealing from you? Are you?
Tom, you and Blades killed that stranger to help you cover up all this, didn't you?
It's too bad we didn't kill you, Marshal.
What's that? They tried to ambush me in Dodge last night, Dolph.
My own son. A murderer. And a thief. Tom, come into the other room with me. You'll excuse us, gentlemen.
He's going to help him get away, Mr. Dillon.
Not if I know Dolph, he isn't. I expect he just wants to talk to him alone before we take him to jail.
Yes, sir. You know, I feel a whole lot sorrier for Dolph than I do for the boy.
I guess should.
Mr. Dillon.
It's all right, Marshal.
Where's Tom?
I killed him. Here's my gun, Marshal.
I'm sorry you did it, Dolph.
I had to. Marshal, I'd like to bury him now.
We'll help you.
Nope. I'll bury my own dead. Then I'll ride into jail with you.
All right.
You'll get my calves back?
I'll pick up a posse when we get to Dodge.
The boy was my responsibility, Marshal. You understand that.
What you did was wrong, Dolph.
You can wait here in the cool of the house. I'll be back.
We'll wait.
Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Sam Edwards, Paul Dubov, Charles A. Baston, and John Daner. Harley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Gunsmoke has been selected by the Armed Forces Radio Service to be heard by our troops overseas. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke.